In previous class, we have learned benefits and limitations of e-business. Today in this class, we are going to learning next topic, that is online transaction. This you can expect for 4 marks in the examination. Here, what is online transaction? If you want to purchase the product or goods or services through the online, what are the steps or what are the procedure it involved to purchase a product through the online with using of internet? It is called online transaction. For example, in traditional business, you have decided to purchase a product or goods. What is the processor it involved? The customer has to visit to the shop. They want to check the quality of the product. After that, they're going to select the product. They are going to pay the price or cost of the product to the seller. And also here, the cost and time it involves much. But in online business or in e-business or in e-commerce, what are the steps in it involved? Mainly, the three stages or three steps it involved. Firstly, pre-purchase. Second one, purchase. Third step, deliver. In pre-purchase, it include advertising and information. The customer will get the information to the advertising. It may be various media. After that, he will going to decide that to purchase a product. Finally, the customer order the product. The online commerce website, they are going to deliver that product to the customer to the registered address. Here, the time and cost is very less. Got it? Let us learn more about that the online transaction. Here, the three steps involved in online transaction. Already I have explained. Here, first step, registration. Second one, placing an order. Third step, payment mechanism. In payment mechanism, they have that many option the customer can payment for his product. First one, cash on delivery. Second one, check. Third one, net banking transfer. Fourth one, debit or credit card. And next one, that is last payment option, digital cash. Let us understand in detail by practically. First step, registration. Here, before online shopping, one has to register with the online vendor by filling up registration form. If you want to purchase any product through the traditional method, there is no registration is required. Directly the customer will going to visit to the shop, they're going to purchase the product. They have face to face interaction. But in e-business, if you want to purchase any product or any goods or any services, you have to get a registration with online vendor. That is, suppose for example, you want to purchase the product with the Flipkart. Before that, visiting to that website or visiting to the online commerce website, you have to get a registration. What is your registration? It means you have an account with that online vendor. Among the various details that need to be filled in is a password, as a section relating to your account and shopping cart are password protected. That means before purchasing a product, you have to register. In registration, you have to fill this various details. After that filling of various details, you will be the customer, you will get a registration and you have that separately the shopping cart, and also the you have to give a password. This password will be protected your an account. See this for a best example. Suppose you want to purchase a product through the Flipkart or Amazon. How to get a registration? See, in this slide, you have to create your own account by filling this information. First, you have to fill that your name, that is customer name. Next, you have to put that your email ID, that is Gmail. Next one, you have to fill that password. This password will be the capital letters and small letters and the special character and the number. If you are using this all this the password information, your password will be very strong. And also next you have to fill that the mobile number, that is 10 digit mobile number. After that filling this, you can just click on that the continue button. After you will get a OTP. That OTP you have to enter. Finally, you will going to get a registration, you will get a shopping cart, and the password will be protected. It is called the registration. In simple, that means before purchasing of a product through the online, the customer has to register with the online commerce website. Through the filling of various information, the password will be protected the customer account. It is called registration. And second one, we have, see this, after filling this the registration, you will get a the web page like this. You have that many option. See, all the categories. If you want to purchase any product, if suppose you have decided to purchase a books, the for the particularly books, all the category it includes mobile phone, computers, camera, gaming zone, movie, TV shows, music, and various option they have. It is called the online commerce web page. This is Flipkart online commerce web page. And after that registration, we have placing an order. What it is placing an order? You can pick the drop the items in the shopping cart. The shopping cart is an online record what you have picked up while browsing the online store. Just as a in a physical store, you can put it and take items out of your cart. In simple, you have decided to purchase a product. You are going to visiting to that particular the online commerce website. What you have going to decided to purchase a product, that product you can just select. That product will goes to that shopping cart. After, if you want to purchase, finally if you are decided, you can just click on that placing an order button. See that for a best example here, like this, you have visited to the Flipkart online commerce website. In this, you are going to select it. Here I'm selecting that music. The music, I'm going to purchasing that music. In music, you can just click on that music or a mp3 or a DVDs. After clicking of that, see this icon will be come here, super saver series. I have selected this. It cost is some cost. And after that, if I clicked in that, after I'll get a next payment option. Got it? That means you can just click on that what you want that options or what you want the product. After that, you have to select a product. That product will be comes to the shopping cart, and shopping cart will be, after that you have decided to purchase, you can just click on that. After that, it asks that placing an order. You can just click on that placing an order. After, next you will get a payment option. In payment option, you can select that various payment option. If you are willing to pay that cash on delivery, when you are getting the product on that time, you can pay that cash on delivery, or use net banking or debit card or credit card. Even if that one option, the new option it has given, that is UPI in the sense that is you can pay also the Google Pay or Phone Pay. It is called UPI. After that, you can just, if you have that any voucher or a gift card, you can apply. The price of the product will be comes down. This is all that payment option. See that payment option, if you want to select the product, after that you have to pay the price with using of cash on delivery. The cash on delivery means when you are going to get the delivery of the product, on that time you can pay the amount to the delivery person. And second, check the, if you are suppose not interested in a cash on delivery, if you want to the document, the check will be help. You can write it that a particular online commerce website and what is the amount you are going to paying, write it in a words and put it in a signature. Got it? In check you can also give open check and cross check. This is second option in payment mechanism. Next we have net banking transfer. You can directly transfer that amount from one account to another account. Here one account means customer account to online vendor account. We have various payment services like NEFT, that is NEFT, National Electronic Fund Transfer. You already learned in the fourth chapter. And also IMPS, RTGS. RTGS means real time gross settlement. It will take only fraction of second with paying of the amount or a price to the online vendor. It is called net banking transfer. And next we have debit and credit card. This debit and credit card we can also call it as plastic money. In examination they may ask what is plastic card. Plastic card is nothing but the debit and credit card, we can call it as a plastic money. The 95% of online customers or online users, they are going to using this option, that is debit and credit card. While they are going to purchasing the product, they are going to just selecting the debit and credit card option. Here for a best example, see that here that first option we have the debit and credit card or ATM card. If you just click on that, it will take that your total, that is 16-digit debit card number and CVV number. After you have to enter the validity of the card and CVV. This CVV number you are going to get the back of the card, back side of the card, that consists of 3 digit. It is called CVV number. If you are putting this information, your the payment will be success. Got it? It is called debit and credit card. And next we have digital cash. The digital cash is nothing but it does not having any space or any currency in a cyberspace. It has no real physical properties but offers ability to use real currency in electronic format. In simple, while you're purchasing, suppose nowadays it has been more the options because the customer using much and more the scanning. You can just see that in the picture, you will get a better and best idea. You will get a clear idea. It is called digital cash. These are the online transaction. In online transaction, we have the 3 steps. First one, registration. Second one, placing an order. And third step, payment mechanism. And next topic, we have the risk. Here, risk means what are the risks you may that is customer may having that while purchasing the product in the online or e-commerce website. First risk we have transaction risk, and second risk we have data storage and transmission risk, and third risk we have intellectual property or privacy risk. Here first one we have transaction risk. That means the customer while they are purchasing the product through the online or e-commerce, this risk we can call it as the transaction risk. That means in the transaction risk what will be happen, suppose the customer order the product, they are going to getting the product maybe in delay, or it not may take that order. The online commerce website they will not take the order. It is called one of the transaction risk. And next one, the delivery does not goods, the goods are delivery in wrong address. It may sometimes the goods may get delivered in wrong address, that is default on delivery. And third transaction risk is sometimes you are paying that amount for the product but it shows that still you are not paid that product for the payment option. Got it? It is called default on payment. These are the transaction risk. And second one, in transaction risk, we have that cookies. This you can expect for 2 marks. It's a very important. Cookies means it is a very similar to the caller ID. It provides that information regarding to that customer ID, that is name, address, previous purchase, payment record. Suppose when you are using that mobile phone or the computer, in sometimes in online it will shows that cookies, in some icon will come. Got it? That icon means cookies means your information will going to store. It may be name, address, telephone number, or a phone number, or previous purchase record. It is called cookies. And next we have data storage and transmission risk. In sometimes the hackers or crackers will be taking the personal information they may use for the illegal purpose. It is called data storage and transmission risk. And in this we have cryptography and virus. Cryptography. What is called cryptography? It refers to that art of protecting the information by transferring that cryptography it unreadable format called crypto text. For example, if you want to protect your information from that online commerce websites, you want to put the strong password. Got it? It is called cryptography. And next we have virus. I think all of you know that virus, that means what is called expansion of virus, vital information under seas, a vital information under seas. Here from that virus the hackers or crackers may get that information unauthorized. Without that permission they may access that your information and they may use for the illegal purpose. It is called virus. And next we have risk of threat to intellectual property or privacy. It is maybe that from the internet they may get or they may access unnecessary or they may access that copyright or trademark or the logo for that for their personal use. It is called intellectual property or privacy risk. Here you can just see that intellectual property. I have given the examples. What are that? Like a trademark, they have that protectable branding, example mark, logo, and slogans. You can just see that slide, you will get a better idea. Got it? These are the online transaction risk. In the next class I'll going to explain you that is outsourcing. Thank you. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನಲ್ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ. ಈ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಫ್ಯಾಂಟಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಕೊಡುವಂಥ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ. ಒಂದು ಸರಿ ದೇವರು ಪ್ರತ್ಯಕ್ಷ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು ನಾಯಿನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನಂತೆ. ನಾಯಿನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾಯಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನಂತೆ, ನೋಡಪ್ಪ, ನಾನು ನಿನ್ನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನಿನಗೆ 20 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಆಯಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅಂದರೆ ಲೈಫನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಿನ್ನ ಕೆಲಸ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ನೀನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರ ಮನೆ ಮುಂದೆ ನೀನು ಕಾಯಬೇಕು. ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಕಳ್ಳರು ಬಂದರೆ ಮನೆ ಓನರ್ಗೆ ನೀನು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಂತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾಯಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಂತೆ, ಸ್ವಾಮಿ, ಇಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ನಾನು 20 ವರ್ಷ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ, ಸ್ವಾಮಿ 10 ವರ್ಷ ಕೊಡಿ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅಂತ ದೇವರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಂತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ದೇವರು ಆಯ್ತಪ್ಪ ತಥಾಸ್ತು ಅಂತ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಮಾಡದಂತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ದೇವರು ಮಂಕಿನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡದಂತೆ. ಮಂಕಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದಂತೆ, ನಿನಗೆ 20 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಆಯಸ್ಸು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ನೀನು ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ನಗಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಚೇಷ್ಟೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಬೇಕು, ಕೋತಿ ಥರ ಕಪಿ ಚೇಷ್ಟೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ದಂತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೋತಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಂತೆ, ಸ್ವಾಮಿ, ನೀನು ಹೇಳ್ದಾಗೆ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಆದರೆ ಇದು ನನಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟದ ಕೆಲಸ, 20 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದರಿಂದ ನೀನು 10 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ನನಗೆ ಕೊಡಪ್ಪ ಆಯಸ್ಸು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಂತೆ. ಆಯಿತು, ದೇವರು ಆಯ್ತಪ್ಪ ನಿನಗೂ ತಥಾಸ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ 10 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ದೇವರು ಒಂದು ಅಂದರೆ ಹಸುವನ್ನು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಂತೆ. ಹಸುವನ್ನು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ನಂತರ ಹಸುಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದಂತೆ, ನೋಡಪ್ಪ, ನಿನಗೆ 60 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಆಯಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ನೀನು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಹಾಲನ್ನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಹಾಗೆ ನೀನು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ನೀನು ಕರುವನ್ನು ಹಾಕಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅವರ ಲೈಫ್ ನಡೆಯೋ ಥರ ನೀನು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ದಿನ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ನೀನು ದುಡಿತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹಸುಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಂತೆ. ಹಸು ಹೇಳ್ತಂತೆ, ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟದ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು 60 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ನನ್ನ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅಂತ ಹಸು ಕಣ್ಣೀರಿಡ್ತಾ, ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ನನಗೆ 20 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೊಡಿ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ, ಆಯಸ್ಸು ಸಾಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಂತೆ. ಆಯಿತು, ದೇವರು ತಥಾಸ್ತು ಅಂತ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದಂತೆ, ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಮಾಡ್ದ. ಮುಂದೆ ದೇವರು ಮನುಷ್ಯನನ್ನು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಂತೆ. ಮನುಷ್ಯನನ್ನು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದಂತೆ, ನಿನಗೆ 20 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಆಯಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ನೀನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಮದುವೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಟ್ಲಾಗು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಂತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಂತೆ, ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಈ ಥರ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ನೀನು 20 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀಯಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ, ನೀನು ಆ ನಾಯಿ, ಮಂಕಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಹಸುಗೆ ಏನು ಆಯಸ್ಸು ಅವರು ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಆ ವರ್ಷಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ದಾನ ಮಾಡು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಂತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ದೇವರು ತಥಾಸ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಂತೆ. ನೋಡಿ, ಇದರ ಮಾರಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ, ಒಬ್ಬ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಮೊದಲ 20 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಟ ಆಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಮುಂದಿನ 40 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಹಸುವಿನ ಥರ ದುಡಿತಾ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಅವನು ದಿನನಿತ್ಯ ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ದುಡಿದು ಒಂದು ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿನ ನಡೆಸ್ತಾನೆ. ಮುಂದಿನ 10 ವರ್ಷ ಚೇಷ್ಟೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ನೀವು ವಯಸ್ಸಾಗಿರೋರು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು, ಚೇಷ್ಟೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ನಗಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಖುಷಿ ಪಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಮುಂದಿನ 10 ವರ್ಷ ಮನೆಯ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಕೂತು ಕಾಯ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಮನೆ ಹತ್ರ ಬರೋರನ್ನ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಸೋದಾಗಲಿ, ಮನೆಯವ್ರನ್ನ ಕಾಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ದೊಡ್ಡವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನೋಡಿ, ಇಂಥ ಫ್ಯಾಂಟಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥ ಮೆಸೇಜ್. ಈ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಯಿತು ಮತ್ತು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ತಿಳಿಸಿ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.